We should be live. We are live. Right? Or did it fuck up? I need to find the thing again. There it is. Is this right? Nope. Nope. I need to go back. One of these. Give me. I know you guys could probably see. I don't have it just yet. Which one is it? Oh, I should have given it different things. Is this the right one? Is this the right one? I think so. Alright. Where is the next stream? It, no data, the stream has ended short. No, finished. Okay, got it. No, stop. Back to this. It should be on the channel, so you just back. I should have mentioned that before. we went in. Shit. Can one of the fantastic moderators, what do you call it, post the thing in the thing? Can people post in the Discord, in the announcement tab where the new stream is and link it, please? I should have done that. That's on me. Forgive me. Not perfect. Make mistakes often. Anyways. Alright. We should be up and running again. Already done. Thank you. Fluff. Fluff is a fucking future predictor, man. He knows my faults and he makes up for them. Anyways. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Let's, what are we doing? We are going... big version of cam, which is this one, right? Yes, okay, good. Alrighty, let's give it a hot minute before we jump into this, and I will let you guys see a peek behind the curtain of what happens when videos are being made. Also, I should wipe off my face because it's disgusting, because I'm so sweaty. Anyways. Ah. All right. Sweat still very shiny, I bet. Yes, but maybe a little bit less. All right. Also, well, I could size it up later. Is everybody here? Bruce is back. Love to see you. Nanny has arrived once again. Lone Syndicate, Azel, and Sakity, and of course Fluff, all present. Love to see it. All right. Is also the face cam in the right place? Because I'm not gonna be able to edit this in a weird way. We're gonna drop it just a little bit. There it is. There we go. Look, that way when I slouch, by nature, I'll be fine. All right. This is gonna have to, well, maybe we should just give it a hot minute too. Just give it a little more time until everybody is here, all right? Okay. All right, so, fuck it, we'll start. Maybe when people come in, we'll be flying at the hinge. Okay, so, we are going to start with making a video. Also, sure, you can join, but you better sit down on the fucking chair. Lone Syndicate, all right? Fine. Let's intro with Zhongli. Yeah, Zhongli looks... No, never mind. I guess Eula looks weird. We'll go back to this. Alright, also stop talking to Eula. Goodbye. Yes, it's skip. Yeah, fine. Bye, Eula. Goodbye. You're great. Alright, go here. Sit. Okay. Let's size up a nice intro. Do one of these. Cycle down. This. Maybe there, because my face cam is in the way. Looks good enough. Zoom in. Love it. Love it. That. Give Show a smile. Cute. Alrighty. We're ready to intro and make a video. Are we going, by the way? Did I open up the wrong chat? Is that what's happened? Can someone text something in the chat real quick? Just real quick. The chat's been like frozen, and I'm just not sure if people are just waiting or what. Oh, also, I didn't do the one thing. Right. Sorry, that's on me. I gotta put chat in the window. Okay, yeah, you guys are like perfect. I gotta add something. Add chat box. There it is. Add source. I guess here should be fine. I guess if I go back to this thing. Nope, that's my actual thing. That's my window. Also, more people want to be here. Sure. Except I fucked up the damn placement. God damn it. Anyway. I added it in the wrong window. Alright. Well, we're gonna have to go to the old window anyway. Here is I don't know what to show you guys. Let's do this. Let's scroll all the way to the top. And these are old videos that we've made. Let's go back to this. I'll have to do, maybe not, because I realize there could be things on the screen that I can't control. Let's go here. Let's look at this, one of my favorite games of all time. do one of these, pause this. That should be fine. Okay, now let's add the chat box thing. Chat box. Add. Alright, let's do this. And let's also make the chat box do things. Always show messages. Let's just put them on there for a long time. Let's do it for like 57 seconds. There we go. Can somebody say something in the chat thing? Hit me. Can the chat say something right here? Please. Should be right here when people say something. But there needs to be a new comment. Or is it only on Twitter? No, there it is. It's working. Okay, that's all I want to see. Perfect. The game. All right, we've done it. We've done it. Back to game. Do one of these. Do this, and we're back. Okay. That's going. We're good. All right. Let's also center that up a little bit. All right. Also, there is a Ganyu behind us, which we can barely see, which maybe we should try to... There we go. That works. Well, no, now Gene's not in the frame. There we go. A little up, a little bit left. There we go. All right, works out. Anyways. Okay. So what is the... Okay, so I always do this before I start making videos, so forgive me if I am... it's all a nightmare. All right. I love anime. Good. Great. Filthy degenerate weeb, all that. Take a little bit of coffee, which has glucose in it, which is going to give us a little bump. All right. Goal of video is to show people, or talk to people about 1.7, to help people with making their investments that they can do right now, in terms of investing in characters right now. Also, I don't want to spoil everything, so let's be a little bit careful when talking about Yanfei, or sorry, not Yanfei, Yomi. And the goal is, of course, to speculate about what her strongest team might be and what you probably should be investing in now. That way, when you get to Inazuma, you're not having to waste time going to Mondstadt to level up talent books and all this weird shit to level up her ideal character that can partner with her. And also, this gives you a lot to do in the meantime. Alright, that's our goals. Let's do this. Hi ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Today we are here with these fantastic people above head, aka my community, our streaming community, our buddy old pal friends of mine, love them to pieces. They're going to be helping us in today's endeavor. Now, today we're going to be trying to answer the question of the end user license agreement, meme, whatever, a certain character that we've been talking about on the channel for a while, and that they've actually talked about. But certain people, you know who you are, know a little bit more about her than others. I'm, of course, talking about Yomi, or... Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Where's the fucking Security's message? God damn it. God damn it. Where is it? There it is. Yoimiya. Yoimiya. I'm probably just going to say Yomi because it's like a cute nickname, and it's not because I'm broken inside, all right? Anyways. So yes, we're going to be talking about Yomi today, and we're going to be trying to break down her ideal team, knowing a little bit more than we maybe should, and of course, this should be put at the top. Everything could change, so this is just something that you can kind of do now, characters that you can invest in now, because you can't really prepare for Yomi. We're going to get her potentially, people are speculating in 1.7, so just be careful on you know, that. Try to invest in characters that you won't have to come back to Mondstadt and level them up and have that headache. So I digress. Time is valuable. Let's get into what I think is going to be an incredibly strong team for Yomi. And again, we're going to be kind of jumping into talking about certain mechanics that she has, but also you can't see them, so you're still, when you get Yomi or when you play her in the test run, she's going to still absolutely slay or look amazing, so that's not going to be spoiled for you. It's just going to be how her kit kind of functions, which I think is valuable to just even know at a base level, that way you know what you're doing when you're doing it, and knowing if it's a character you even want to play as, right? But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go into Character Archive and start speculating. So, the ideal team for Yomi. Let me actually build a team right here and show you. And then I can't because we're in the thing. Well, whatever. We'll just jump into the archive and I'll explain. So, my ideal team for Yomi is going to be Venti at the very top in terms of the most valuable character, I think, for her. Now, the reason why I say Venti is because with the new 1.6 update came an amazing buff to Elemental Mastery that very few characters are able to benefit as much as Venti from it. And basically what it did is it made Swirl in combination with Elemental Mastery just insane. Not only that, but of course, Yomi, we know this, is going to do elemental fire damage. So, the fact that Venti is an animal character and can wield the Viridescent Veneer means he can make enemies take more fire damage. Not only that, but one of Yomi's weaknesses is that she's not like a Ganyu who does a massive amount of splash damage with her ult and her basic attack. She does a lot of single target, fast attacking damage, which is why, Venti can be amazing because he pulls everyone close, and I think if she even has the slightest bit of AoE, can melt things in that regard. But that's not the only reason why I think Venti is going to be absolutely perfect for Yomi. Also, I know, again, like I said, it's not Yomi. Please forgive me, I digress. Again, one of the things, and it's a little bit of a spoiler for Yomi in terms of her abilities, is that she's actually one of the characters that doesn't really benefit from her ult. Now, what I mean by this is when Yomi activates her ult, she's going to peg an enemy on the head with a firework. This enemy is going to take amplified damage. Super valuable, right? Kind of makes Yomi, in a weird way, support. But it has a lot of energy cost. It has a long cooldown. It's not quite like that, but I digress. Anyways, the only thing that's bad about this is it doesn't amplify the damage that Yomi is dealing to that enemy. So this is one of the only ults that does not get affected by Yomi, so she can't benefit from it. But if you couple this ult with, a Venti ult, which is going to deal a shit ton of damage, and if you're using Yomi as you should use her, which is to hit an enemy with her in any way, with her E, she's going to be applying a fire element, and as soon as Venti sucks a person into that orb, it's going to ignite that orb and just absolutely shred the enemies, also weakening their fire damage. So, that when Yomi cycles back into her, when her E finally comes back, you can smash shit, which is great, or just use her charge attack in the meantime, all that kind of stuff. But also, again, Venti does like 1,000 hits, and they're all going to be applying Swirl, which if you have Venti built for Elemental Mastery, is going to scale up that damage immensely. And this kind of solves Yomi's problem with you need a character that can deal a lot of damage when you activate Yomi's ult that isn't Yomi. so yeah, this is the way that you can kind of do that, and I think Venti is one of the best for this, just because of how long his ult lasts and how many times it hits and how deadly Venti is now with the buffs to Elemental Mastery. Of course, there are other characters that any sort of DPS is going to be great because she just weakens the enemy basically and allows them to take a shit ton more damage, which can be fantastic. But again, Venti solves a lot of the problems that Yomi has in terms of not having crowd control essentially, or like not being able to deal splash damage to a crazy extent. At least that's what the data that certain people have seen and have told me about. And yes. Also, what do you at any point, guys? I'm gonna run it. No, I should rephrase this. At a certain point, we'll jump to chat and the community, and I want you guys to see like if any of this doesn't make sense and to tell me about it and whatnot. Okay, so the second valued character I think is very, very obviously our boy Xingqiu, the one who we're looking at right now. Xingqiu is absolutely amazing because he just applies a shit ton of the wet status, and of course, Yomi is a fire character, so he's going to be detonating Vaporize very, very quickly, but also Xingqiu is just massive on every front. He deals an absurd amount of additive damage for free. He gives you shield. He also, if you build him a certain way, can heal you for a good bit. He's kind of nutty. And if you happen to have a lot of constellations for him, of course, he only gets more and more nuttier. But yeah, he's just, I think, a package deal. Also, again, whenever Yomi uses her ult, all the damage that she's dealing doesn't matter. But if you have, a Xingqiu who's throwing water blades at her, that's pretty good. Not only that, but one of the things I should have mentioned, one of Venti's biggest weaknesses is that Venti fucks up a lot of people's like grasp on an enemy. Like he sucks them up, but most enemies can't reach him unless you're a Yanfei or a caster or an archer, but there's very few of our Ganyu can kind of do that. Yes, Yomi is going to be a range character that's going to be able to hit people whilst they're in the swirl, and so is Xingqiu. Xingqiu can throw water blades at anybody, so if you're using both of them in combination, you're always going to be able to hit enemies when a lot of them aren't going to be able to hit you. And at the same time, you're weakening them, you're giving them more damage, you're applying elements really consistently. Just like a soup of damage is going to hopefully happen. And yeah. Regardless, that brings us to the second or the third character that I think is going to be the most valuable. Or is this the third? No, with Yomi, it's going to be the last character. Also, I guess we can do that. Weird. I thought we couldn't. Oh, I guess we can't do it when we're sitting. Oh, well, shit. Okay, well, let's. Oh, also, I can't do it because people are in our group. That's fine. Stay in our group. I'd rather you guys be here. Let's go over to this one, archive. Okay, so this is, we need a support character. So this can go a bunch of different ways. You can use Diona. That's also pretty good. Diona can give you some shielding, some protection, all that stuff. She can also buff your Elemental Master if you have enough consolation for her. All that's fantastic, but, of course, I think there is another character that can give you fire resonance, which is an extra attack percent, which is fantastic. But not only that, but Bennett is going to be utilizing all of these people that we've just talked about to the utmost. When you're in Bennett's ult, you're gaining a shit ton of damage, but if you move outside of that ult, you kind of fall apart. But if you're a range character, that doesn't matter. You can stay in the ult as long as you want. So to me, I think Bennett slots in perfectly as a healer, especially if you have him on Noblesse Oblige. He's going to be buffing your ult damage and just making Venti stronger, making Xingqiu stronger, making everybody all around stronger. So yeah, I think Bennett's a clear choice here just because of everything that we're doing is going to be needing to be amplified in a spot, in a section. And yeah, that's my dream team for Yomi. So that would be my advice on what you guys should invest in order to level up characters and to make them incredibly strong. And this is something that you can do right now. Again, one of the problems with Yomi is that we can't actually build her because a lot of the stuff that she requires to level up is found within, potentially in Azuma, if that is what we're going to be getting in 1.7, which is what a lot of people think we're going to be getting. So, that is what I'm thinking. So again, right now I'm in the process of getting Venti as much Elemental Master as I possibly can. It's not going well. Not great. Anyways, and then I'm going to be leveling up Xingqiu, bringing him to level 90, just because, again, if you can make him, make Xingqiu hit harder, that's going to be fantastic. And Bennett, I'm going to also be trying to switch him over to the Noblesse Oblige set. But I also want him to heal a great deal and have enough energy recharge to constantly cycle within his ult. So that's going to be a whole journey. Also, again, some characters I think will also work immensely well. Zhongli works with everybody and makes everyone basically a god. Fischl will probably also work really well just because she's, especially if you have her on the Mililis set, she's just going to be giving Yanfei more damage. And yeah, that's where I'm at. Now, I throw it over to my chat. What do you guys think? Do you guys think my dream team is flawed? Has a gap in it? I'm open to criticism. Hit me. Fuck me up. So some which way. I think, again, Ganyu could work immensely well because, again, she's like the opposite of Yomi, who Yomi does like a specific high damage to a singular target with fast fire rate. And also she does like a burst on a single target. I don't think her hold charge attack spreads out her damage. I think it heat seeks on one enemy, but it could heat seek on multiple. I haven't heard anything about that. Regardless, okay. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever wondered what doing videos for like 8 or 6 years or something looks like, where you can be like, and I'm having a good time, and focus, and fire. Some would say I talk too much and go too quickly, but you guys, what's up? Also, hi guys, this is still a stream. I didn't mean to make this weird, randomly, you know. We're going, can I join? I'll just help. Oh yeah, absolutely. But right now we're in the middle of making a video. I wanted to bring you guys along on this. Nanny says hello. Lone Syndicate says I love anime. Right, that we read that a while ago. Lone Syndicate says yes. Get the dandelion thighs in the frame. Thank you. Lone Syndicate says I believe the level, the energy cost, and the scaling. Okay, I believe the lower the energy cost. And the scaling. What you mean? Oh, you talking about the new artifact set? Yeah, the new artifact set has to do with. Well, okay, so that's also why we probably put. That's another reason I didn't mention why that's valuable. Okay, so one of the things that Yomi has is there's a new artifact set in Azuma, potentially, if that's where we're going, that's amazing. How it functionally works is you'll burn some of your ult. I believe you burn like 20% of your ult charge, but you gain a shit ton of damage. By the way, whenever you activate your E, you burn your ult, and then you get a buff to your main normal attack. Also, maybe your charge attacks, if I'm not mistaken, it may just be normal attacks. Regardless, it's kind of signed, sealed, and made for Yomi. But you also want Yomi's ult, so you're kind of stuck in this weird limbo, which is also why I think Bennett's great, because Bennett is just fantastic at generating fire particles, like crazy good. So yeah, that's also why I think Bennett slots in a little bit more than maybe other characters. No Ticket says, yes, them Dan. Azel says, Bennett is a solid option for pretty much 90% of the team. Very true. Very true. Bennett slots in just about everywhere. But again, Diona has that elemental mastery that she's going to be giving. And if you can give that elemental mastery to a fire character so they can melt for pretty high numbers, that could be pretty heavy too. I just wonder if that's a high enough incentive over Bennett's base attack bump, you know what I mean? Also, everyone's benefiting from that base attack bump, not just, the elemental mastery reaction buffs, you know? So there may be some debate there. Lone Syndicate says, with Yomi, I would suggest a cryo character like Rosaria. But also, I will challenge that a little bit, Lone Syndicate, because Yomi, she scales off of critical rate, so you don't really need the benefit that Rosaria gives, necessarily. And also, there's some rumors about Chi-Chi getting a buff, so maybe Chi-Chi rather than Rosaria. But anyways, you'll suggest characters like Rosaria, the way they give crit rates, the way Venti Swirl can be cryo, infused, then Yomi can burst, can also be a bit big. Oh, okay. Who's my other character? Oh yeah, but couldn't I just water it as well? Couldn't it be the same thing with Shincho giving water damage to the alt, rather than Rosaria's crit rate? Yeah, the only reason why Rosaria is a little weird to me is because of the crit rate thing. Because, Yomi seems like crit rate is going to be not that bad to level up, potentially. Another thing it says, I was referring to something I heard about Yomi get buffed by lowering her energy costs, but at the cost of lowering her elemental burst damage. Oh, okay, I didn't know about that. Interesting. Azel says, but as you said, she could be far from an enemy and still be inside of Bennett's. Yeah, that's true. Also, again, Bennett, I believe everyone benefits from being in Bennett's alt. So if I pop Venti's alt, it's what they call a screenshotted or something. It's basically like that thing now has that damage even if Bennett's alt goes away. Snapshotting, that's what it's called. Let me think to myself. Let me try to spark you guys to fuck me up in some which way. I'm not a masochist. Anyways. What other characters? Okay. Sucrose could be huge, because that's the other thing, is that like if she's supposed to be this high damage single target thing, then buffing the shit out of your elemental mastery and getting melt to be an insane degree, that could be huge. So I don't know. Like again, maybe that's a good reason why Venti is less good and Sucrose is better, but also I don't know if she's gonna have the problem with dealing high single target damage. I think her problem is gonna be like dealing damage to multiple enemies. Because she seems like she can just melt anybody because she attacks so fast and she's dealing so much pyro damage. Yeah. So Sucrose I think could be good, but I just don't know she kind of has the same problem as Eula. Like if I put Sucrose in the team, where like Eula, a lot of times you don't need to do 6 million damage and you're better off with utility instead. Sometimes. Second says, my girl Sucrose will be better since she boosts elemental mastery. Okay. Or also yeah, it's true. But again, I'm not sure if you need again, that's my only thing that I'm trying to get a little weirded out by the Genshin community is when people are like, 6 million damage, and I'm like, why? I'm just like, what? And also you see the gameplay and it's like the most awful thing ever. The person's like, okay, now I need to activate this. Wait, cycle to the next character, activate this, and the character's almost dead, the boss, and they're like, wait for it. And I'm like, this looks like a horrible way to play a video game. It just looks awful. But anyways, judgment aside, what other character? I mean, again, you can always utilize Geo Resonance, which is good, but I'm not sure if it's as good as Venti Swirl and Weirdness. Klee would just debuff. I mean, Klee debuffs a lot of things, but is it worth it? I don't know. Yeah, and there's not a lot of characters that can, Kaya can apply Cryo, but in terms of Vaporize versus Cryo, Vaporize gives you greater yield. So I would always rather vie for Water rather than Cryo, just because I think it scales harder, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think the multiplier for Water is higher than Cryo. Not by a lot, but still, a little bit. Barbara, no. Noelle, Chi-Chi, maybe after the buff. She reduces physical damage. That wouldn't help Fire Girl too much. Yeah, I don't think there's many options, to be honest. That's kind of, besides like Sucrose, again, like just as of supports, the only thing that I think can cycle in pretty well is Ganyu can cycle in really well. She can fit. She basically can make up for her, like, if you want to deal splash damage, if you want to deal, like, blanketed damage over a massive radius, Ganyu can help you out. Again, Diona can give you Elemental Mastery. She also can shield you, which can give you some defense. She can also give you healing, which is great. She can also give you Elemental Mastery, but she doesn't deal any of the healing or shielding too well, which is why she's kind of the jack of all trades. Venti is just trivializes the game if an enemy weighs a little bit lighter than 1,000 pounds. so yeah. Sucrose good. Jean can also be used. Yeah. But I'm not sure if you're gonna need. Well, I guess that's true. One of the things that people are also speculating with Yomi is that you're gonna need another DPS. You're kind of like a Hu Tao. The only thing is that I don't know if she is, because she still has her charge attack. So that's also one of the reasons why I'm so excited for Yomi. Is that you can actually invest in her. You can use her basically. Like Hu Tao, you have like a pretty decent amount of time to like benefit, but when her E is gone, you're kind of just sitting there like, I gotta switch to a character and play someone else. You have to do that. With Yomi, you can, and you can kind of make up for it with a Sucrose alt or with a Venti, or Venet, who said, you can make up for it with a Venti alt, or also Official works really well. I should throw that in there. The reason why I brought up Official is because, again, any person that can deal a decent amount of damage outside of the main DPS, Yomi, is valuable. Is Official, does Oz, maybe if you have Official built really hard and you have a shit ton of Constellation, then yes, but I'm not sure, man. With the 1.6, we were supposed to bump up some Electro, and we kind of did a little bit, but not into the, I mean, really, Swirl got fucking juiced. Fucking roided up. So, I don't know. Second says, you don't need 2 DPSs on your team. Yeah, it's true. Well, also, again, some people are speculating that you could play her that way. You could build, like, if you have a Diluc and you have a Yomi, you're Pyro Resonance, and you could also, like, if you want to use her all and then switch to another DPS, you could. My thing is I would rather use Yomi's alt, switch to a support character like a Venti, like a Official, also there's a new character, the new wind Animo character, Sayu. Her alt apparently is going to heal you and also deal damage if you are already healed up, but if you have Constellation 1, it will do both, so that could be crazy. Also, she scales off of attack percent in every way, so Sayu, I definitely think, is coming with her Yomi, just because she slots in really well. If you don't have a Venti, I do think a Venti beats her just a little bit. We don't know how good Sayu is, so yeah, we're kind of stuck in that limbo. Anyways, regardless, that's my thoughts on that. Let's see. Lone Ticket says, but Mona could also be. Oh, I forgot about Mona. Yeah, Mona's not bad either. Mona can also be. Yeah, she can amplify damage. But see, that's a lot of single target damage. Lone Syndicate, right? Because isn't that what Mona does? She just fucking amps up a specific target's damage that's being taken. So Mona can work, and the only thing is Mona's. Actually, there's a new artifact set that has energy recharge, which I think lowers your E cooldown at some point. Nah, I might be off on that one. I don't know that enough. I know there's a new like elemental recharge kind of build thing, but I don't know if it scales that hard. Regardless, yes, I think Mona could be a good choice, but Mona also does the same thing that Yenfi's alt does. No, not Yenfi. Yomi's alt. I'm not saying things correctly. I'm starting to lose it. I need to drink more coffee. I'm starting to lose my. This is what recording videos for me is. But like, by the way, I'm starting to get stupid. I'm starting to lose it. My brain's melting. I'm talking to you quick. Slow down, me. Let's drink our coffee. Let's have a good time. We're doing good. I'm still a human who has a ton of anxiety, but I've learned to suppress it a little bit, just a little bit. But Lone Saint says, but Mona's alt could also be useful because Mona is also a water character, and her burst amplify damage, and if you can apply Hydro to an enemy, it'll fall off as well. Yeah, Again, yeah, those are all good examples. And again, if only Mona had like 2 alts. Like if they ever came out with an artifact set that amplified your, like being able to hold multiple of her E's, because that's the one thing I think where Mona falls off is her E is on a pretty hefty cooldown, and also it's stuck in a place. It's a construct, right? So it doesn't follow you, which is why Sayu might be fucking insane, because I believe her little tiny like teddy bear thing will stick with you, which is awesome. Also, I wonder if Sayu's clothes change when she uses her ult. That'd be super cute if it did. Sagdi says melt. Oh, really? I thought vaporize was, but melt is better than vapor. Really? I always thought vaporize was better than melt. Well, I've been lied to for such a long time. Really? Shit. Are you guys sure about that? I'm almost positive I've heard something that the contrary of like vaporize was, or maybe I misunderstood it as if something is on fire and you hit something with water, that is a higher multiplier, but melt would still. I thought melt was not that. Yeah, I have to double check that because I'm not sure about that. I mean, you guys may be right. I'm not. It's not the. I'm not fighting you on it. I heard something that I thought that was the opposite. Azel says the thing is, I feel our kit is more of a support or a character that helps other proc their elements. Yomi or is the who? Because Yomi very much seems like she's a DPS on DPS on DPS. That's the vibe I get. Also, Mona taunt can draw enemies' attention from Yomi. Yeah. The only thing, yeah, I guess that would work. Again, we're trying to do multiple teams. I'm kind of like, but wait, is that more valuable than a Bennett or a Venti or a Shincho? Because the taunt is like, well, if I have a Bennett, I can survive. If I have a Venti, most enemies can't hit me. And yeah, or a Diona could keep me safe, or a Zhongli. Zhongli doesn't give enough defense, but also Zhongli could, if you have him with the Millilith set, which most people do, you could just get amplified damage from him and be safe, and you wouldn't really need a Bennett, and you could be mobile if you want, because even if you don't need to move in like you can be ranged, you still want to move in this game typically, because enemies comes in waves, and you don't want to make a crazy long shot. Although with Yomi, she does have a heat seeking, which is huge. Sadie says, Sayu. Lynn says, does the weird samurai bot drop the right thing for you? No, she does not, Lynn. This is one of the problems with Yomi is the only thing you can do to prepare for Yomi is to buff her supporting characters and get XP books. That's it. Everything else, her talent books and her weapon and her ascension materials is from the new fire cube, potentially coming within Inazuma. So no, that's not. But if you do want yeah, but sorry. If you do want, I thought I read your message wrong. No, if you do want to level up Sayu, she does require the samurai bot's little mechanism piece. So there's that. Yeah, it's for Sayu and Kazuha. Fucking say it's on it. Once again, it says Bido's burst could also be beneficial to get the nice overload damage and use Sayu new helicopter. Yeah, that's not okay. Yeah, that's good. That's another separate thing. If you all have Bido leveled up with a shit ton of energy recharge. Also, apparently, this is another thing that most people aren't talking about, but it's the main traveler is getting a. I don't want to do too much spoiling, but the main traveler is going to get juiced. And I mean that in a way, but he's also going to share the juice. He's going to be a steroid dealer, but it's true. He's basically becoming a battery for your whole team within 1.7. Potentially, if we get him, then they could bait it out for longer. But yeah, he's basically going to give a shit ton of energy recharge, and also he seems like he's basically Bido, except a little without the DPS. That's my take on the new Elemental Travelers. Bido can like do counter hits and deal a shit ton of damage that way, whereas the main Traveler's new kit very much makes him a pure support, but it's basically what Bido does, except what I think is better. So I feel like leveling up your main Traveler would be a pretty good idea if you don't have other characters. So if you're making another team, I think that. Do I think that energy recharge is better than Venti, who can already do a shit ton of energy? No. But could it be if you have Bennett or if you have Bido and the main Traveler and maybe like a Bennett just to give you some healing or something like that. Yeah, that I think that could be crazy. Because yeah, you're having 2 elemental procs happening at the same time. It's a lot of electro damage, but I think it could work really well if you have those characters leveled. Again, that's also the other thing, is that you're trying to consider maybe people like the best team ever doesn't necessarily mean everyone can attain that. So you got to give other examples that which are good characters if you have those characters to invest in. Falling apart. Lynn says, Sag, I know, I would love to prepare for Yomi as well. But what you can do, Lynn, is you can fucking save that fragile resin. All right, I'm doing my best to bank that shit up. Nanny says, not sure, but could Diona be any good? Diona could be really great. Yeah, absolutely for her. Yeah. Again, even if you have no constellation, Diona in general is just a solid character. She can she heals the Chechi, she gives you a shield, she also does cryo, she also does a lot of both of those things. So yeah, she's great. Again, if you have a lot of constellation for her, then she's giving you elemental mastery on top of doing all of those other things, amongst other things. If you have, like, she's also great to play co-op wise, because she just gives you a shit ton of resources and all that. Lone Singlet says, Frost, Mona's burst is, it affects every target in an AoE. Oh, okay, while Yomi's burst affects an enemy that move to the next enemy. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought Mona's, I knew it was like a radius. I thought it was a tight radius. I didn't think it was huge, but maybe if it is pretty big, then that could be great, yeah. But I still feel like that's better for, I don't know if you want to double up on weaknesses, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, Mona would work really well with a Ganyu because she does so much splash damage with her alt that she could, like, affect everyone, you know what I mean? But then again, that could, again, the double weakness to me is always a weird sell. Anyways, what's good, Damien? Damien says, what do you think about 1.6 so far? I love it. I'm very happy with it. I was also the guy who was like, hey, I think this is bigger than what people are saying, and I was right about that, and I will keep saying that because everyone was like, Anyway. But yeah, right now we're talking about Yomi and who might be the best in-slot character for her. But yes. Melt is better since you add Hydro than Cryo, so it takes double the trouble, so it does more damage. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so you're talking about, like, not just the one thing. Okay. So it's not just, it's like, okay, okay, that makes sense. So I was thinking, like, I thought Cryo, I got confused with, like, Cryo being the same as Melt. Whereas it's not, you need to add 2, whereas, yeah, so it's not just Cryo. I thought if you had Cryo and Fire, it just made Melt. Is that right? Or what, does it just do Vaporize? No, Vaporize is water. I gotta re-understand the elements. Yeah. Lone Syndicate says, also, outside of the, like, proc of alt, I don't think, like, so, I still think it's better to use Shinsho. The reason why is because Yomi hits fast, not hard. She hits many times, so if it's about constantly applying the element and constantly being able to have it detonate. So yeah, that's where I would kind of be like, okay, I think Yomi is a little bit better in that regard because, yeah, Melt, she's not hitting like Ganyu, which hits hard, really hard once, or 4 or 5 times because she hits like a noob tube. But maybe if you use her charge attack, and though again, there's some stuff with Yomi that people don't know, and none of us know too much yet. Like Yomi could theoretically double or triple dip into damage, so like Bennett amplifies your damage, right? So one of the things that Yomi apparently has is, unlike Ganyu, who fires like a bomb that explodes in like 4 directions as like a noob tube, Yomi fires 3 fireworks that heat seek onto an enemy. Now, if each one of those things, those projectiles, is considered its own projectile and not the same, it could triple dip into Bennett's amplified damage, or double hit a person, which is good and bad. It's good in the sense that it can like hit hard with the amplified damage, but it also is bad because it will take the element. So if like a person's wet or has cryo on them or whatever, it will kill them and detonate the first thing, but the other things won't gain the benefits from that detonation, you know what I mean? A little bit logistically crazy, but yes. Plus screen, one of Mona's passive abilities allows you to place multiple taunts when she goes in ground and pops back up. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, never mind. I know nothing about Mona. Hazel says, yeah, main character is going to be a Duracell battery. Yay. Yeah. Good thing my Lumi is level 90. Yeah. Also, there's a new artifact set. It's gonna be really good for him, apparently. Lone Syndicate says Lisa, if you don't have any other characters support Electro, her burst isn't bad and in a small AoE. Yeah, it's true. But yeah, but what called Lisa? Yeah, I don't know. Lisa's great, but Lisa kind of falls apart because she takes so long to charge. So you kind of need you need to almost make a character to support her as well. So if you're like using Lisa, you want to use Diona. Just so when you use Diona's E, it basically gives Lisa a shield so she can do her charge E a little bit. Because I don't think her, Mona generates particles for her using her E. Maybe. I don't know enough about Lisa. I plead the fifth. Anyway, if you got to Luke, you would consider him for the team? Oh, if I got to Luke, would I consider him for the team? Maybe. It depends who I'm... If I'm doing my normal team... I don't know, to tell you the truth, Lynn. The reason why I'm not sure about the team, well, I think it's fine. The reason why is because, well, it could work. Because again, the whole thing is that Yomi, you use her ult, she's gonna weaken a character, and then you can either switch to support characters to use their ults, to use their E's to like benefit from the damage hitting, or you can switch to a secondary DPS, which could be a Diluc. So that could work, and you could also like unleash Diluc's like heavy hitting thing, like his giant what is it called, the Phoenix or whatever. That could work. So it's not that it doesn't work, it's just that to me I keep trying to think of instances where she might fall apart, and I think those instances are like when enemies are scattered, and when you're trying to deal a lot of damage to a single place. So that's why I think like Venti is pretty huge. And also, Venti has Viridescent Veneer, hopefully, and can weaken the elemental damage that enemies take from fire, or like amplify it, sorry. So that's why I think that could be helpful. But again, if you could run Venti, her, and Diluc, and then any sort of support like a Diona to apply a Cry or a Xingqiu if you already have him built for like kind of like healing wise, and you could weaken them with Viridescent Veneer, and then just shit on them whenever you're done using Eula's E, and you could pop out an ult and then hit him with the ult, or with Diluc's ult, and then just smash away. That could work. Sega says, I wouldn't put Diluc in the same team as Yomi. Well, again, I think it could work. But also, I understand the sense. Because I get the same sense where I'm like, I don't know if Yomi needs 2 DPSs. I feel like if you had gone Hu Tao, that's where like Diluc is like, hey girl, what's good? All that. It says, while we're here, can we talk about some weapons that would be good for you? Oh, that's a great idea! I completely forgot, Lone Syndicate. Okay. So in terms of weapons for Yomi, because we have some teams built in our weird theory crafting, I will say, please, I don't know how, fuck it, we're going all in with this video, all right? So, if by chance you have been holding on to certain prototypes, and God in heaven have the prototypes for the bows been absolute shit, hopefully you haven't just built one out of boredom, and hopefully you have a great deal of, where the fuck is this weapon thing I'm looking for? Jesus Christ, where the hell? I'm lost. Did I pass it? No, it's right here. Hopefully you have a lot of these bows, because one of the new weapons that is potentially coming, that is another prototype weapon, a free weapon, is going to be coming in 1.7, and it's going to be pretty damn perfect for a Yomi. It's going to buff your attack and your charge attack, and it's going to do it to the extent in which, you know how there was that bow for Ganyu, which buffed up her like charge attack to a crazy amount, but it also had the effect of you having to like fire from a long range away in order for it to progressively deal more damage with a longer shot or whatever. This bow doesn't need any of that, and not only does it buff your charge attack, it also buffs your single target or your normal attack, which is perfect for Yomi. So this free-to-play weapon is, again, I think Yomi is one of the best characters to get if you're getting into Genshin, because she has a weapon almost just queued up and ready to go. She also is a really good DPS that seems very fun to play, and she also has what do you call it? She also has an like, she can be a support in a way. She can like give other characters the ability to do a shit ton of damage if you want to melt a boss that's giving you a little trouble. And also she can play on her terms. She's a ranged character. She's not gonna suffer from if there's another character that like freezes an enemy. Like that's what people are speculating, that's going to be the Electro Traveler, or sorry, the Electro Archon, the next big god, the Electro God. They're speculating that she's going to do with CC stuff, support like stuff, freezing enemies in time. or whatnot, and if she somehow like freezes an enemy a mile away from you, and you have to spend like 9 minutes or 9 seconds running over to an enemy to hit them, that sucks. Whereas if you're playing Yomi, you can just use a charge attack, smash them, use your E, hit them from afar, and just profit like that. But yes, as of weapons, I would definitely say save your prototypes. I'm so sorry, Lynn. I seen your comment. I try not to laugh, but you're like, I built one out of board. Okay. Also, it seems like the next couple events, they're now starting to trickle out to us blueprints. So if you're planning on getting Yomi, maybe use these blueprints that they're probably going to continue to give us. Buy some bows, essentially. But the good news is that the Northland blueprint weapons, or whatever they're called, like these, they work in Inazuma. People were really worried they were going to make a brand new prototype weapon, and they're like, no! But instead, we can use these ones, which is dope. Amos bow is the one I was talking about. Yeah, so there's this new bow that's going to buff up your attack and all, but the only negative thing is that it does scale up attack percentage, which it doesn't like give you crit damage or crit rate. But I still think it's not going to be a big difference. I mean, maybe you want a bow that can give you crit damage just because she scales with crit rate, so you only need a little more crit rate in her substats in order to benefit from stuff. But yeah, this is just turning into the quintessential guide for end user license agreement character. Yes. Lynn says, is she a DPS? Yomi, yes. Yomi basically has, think of like Ganyu mixed with Hu Tao. That's the best description, because her E is basically like Hu Tao's, except with from range, and it's only her normal attack, so it's not her charge attack. But when your E is gone, Yomi still is Ganyu. So Yomi can basically just do a charge attack, and she basically charges up these fireworks and then unleashes 3 of them, which is good and bad. Good if it's like it sprinkles out between enemies, so it's not just doing one single target damage, but we'll see. Seki says, yes, cryo plus pyro is oh, okay, gotcha. That's what I'm thinking of. Gotcha. The cryo plus pyro is Yes, okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Lone Ticket says, I mean, Frost, you talking about Zhongli and Yomi, that's also double weakness, even if it's in the form of a shield as well. Yeah, it's true. Again, I think Zhongli kind of slots in everywhere. I don't know if like Yomi's gonna struggle from like, I need enemies to be more weak. You know, that's why like when I think of Mona, I'm like, yeah, or like, do you want enemies to be taunted? I'm like, well, maybe. And again, Mona makes more sense because you could like drop your taunt, it could be wetting enemies, and then you could do a charge attack and set off vaporize and then fuck them up that way. But yeah, Zhongli. Yeah, I guess you could put Zhongli's pillar and then put Mona's, and then it would, like the enemies would be pulled in because of Mona's taunt, and Zhongli's E would be hitting them, dealing damage, and then you'd be creating a ton of fire shards, and then you could just have anyone else there, like Diona, and that could help too, just giving you shield and healing. Wouldn't be bad. Would not be bad. Lynn says, is this Shinchu harem? It's kind of turned out that way, in a weird way. It was my goal to make a meme, in a weird way. The inverse of the meme, of course. Lone Syndicate says, Yomi turns bow into machine gun hits fast, but not hard, while Ganyu turns bow into a rocket launcher, slow but powerful. Yeah, Lone Syndicate, I'm not sure, man. The scaling on her, like, when she activates fire mode, seems to get pretty nutty. So people are like, she's like a death by 1,000 cuts. And I'm like, yeah, I know she attacks fast, but I feel like with anything in this game, like I've seen some footage of people hitting for 6K on her normal ass attack, and she's hitting fast. So it's like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe again, but also I'm not sure if that person necessarily wasn't hitting with vaporize. So you know, like you're hitting 6,000 damage when you hit a vaporize proc, you're hitting for like 15, maybe 20. And if you have Shincho, you can constantly apply that. And if you have her alt on an enemy, you can make that damage even more. And if you have Bennett, who can pull enemies, or not Bennett, if you have Venti and pull enemies in, and weaken them to fire, you're hitting even more fire. And then on the down time, you can do charge attacks and fuck shit up that way, because you're still being able to utilize Viridescent Veneer's lowering of fire damage, right? I'm not sure if her charge attack is going to be shit, is what I'm getting at. Because again, people were waiting, but also maybe maybe you guys know more than me. In the Bennett or in the beta test, did people say that her bow charge attack scales in a way? Because that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to see if her bow's scaling scales individually or as a whole. I'm not sure. Basically, I'm not sure if, like, can you make through Bennett, through various other damage amplification kind of things, her charge attack hit pretty fucking hard. Maybe not exactly like Ganyu, but also you're hitting like 3 attacks. Like it's what your damage times 3, you know? Also, where did the music go? Give me a minute. I don't like the silence. It bothers me. Shinjo, because or as Eula, because it looks weird. All right, all right. Lynn says, "Build one out." You built one of bar. Yeah. All right, I read that a long time. Sorry, I'm a little behind on chat. Why is Klee hard to get? Lender says, Lender. Sometimes you lose the 50-50, and it's a nightmare. But the good news is that if you lost the 50-50, you have now in your status a guaranteed 5-star, or not 5-star, guaranteed character that whenever you do get a 5-star is the one you desire. So Klee, maybe did you dirty now, but you're gonna do you right, or the next character will do you right. It's like the world taking it easy on you for getting shit on, essentially. Lynn says, imagine if MiHoYo starts giving us weapons with elemental damage. Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah, because they give us weapons with physical damage, right? So I don't know why that's out of the question. Yeah, it could be cool then. Lonziga says top 5. Sorry, that's awful. Not you, the drink I just drank. Lynn says, or no, top 5 FTP weapons or lighter spender bows is Yomi Blackcliff. Oh yeah. Is it in the shop right now? This is also a great weapon for Yomi that I should have mentioned, by the way. Although it is, it's required. You have to make some wishes. No, it's not here. But basically, there's a bow that comes here that is going to be, I believe, really good for Yomi as well. It's a bow that scales off critical damage, but it also requires you to kill enemies to gain attack percent. That's its special modification, so you could also go with that one. But all in all, I think again the F2P weapon is better just because it just buffs your attack, I think, by 24%, whereas the attack buff will only give you. Well, it depends on how many versions of it, the thing I think you have, but still. Lone Syndicate says, if you lucky Skyward Hard is a good, yeah, good as well. Yeah, quick as it scales off crit rate too, right? Lynn says, think Amos is attack percent. Okay, thank you. I did not know. I did not. I have not had Ganyu. It's my first Archer character. I'm hyped. I'm excited. I'm giving it a lot of thought. What's good, Zuber? Zuber says, hey, dude, looking real well. Thank you. Appreciate that. Lynn says, Ayaka? You mean Virgil, right? Yeah. That's a good way to put it, too. Yeah. And I never, then that's, yeah. That's some weird shit. It's exactly like Virgil. Except Virgil with some cute bangs. And then he says, if I'm correct, Yomi scales with ER, right? So could the wind bloom... what do you mean, Nanny? Scales with ER? I don't think she scales with Elemental Mastery, no. Could I be wrong? I don't think she does. I don't think she scales off Elemental Mastery. Yeah. Not Yomi. You know, I think she scales with... I don't think she scales with anything. Yeah, I think she's just she's like a kind of like same as Hu Tao. Like you just want fire damage. Okay, I guess Hu Tao scales off HP, but yeah, so I guess she's not like that. She's kind of like Ganyu, where you just want a little bit of her elemental damage. I think, and that's the main thing. Yomi scales off crit. Oh yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Oh, is that what you meant by scaling? Yeah, she levels up and she gets crit rate. That's what I meant by like you don't need like Rosaria, because well you could if you want, but Rosaria gives you crit rate. That's like one of the best. She does a little bit less of damage because she gives you so much crit rate. But with her, I don't know if you need that much. Yeah, like with a Ganyu, you need a lot of crit rate because you hit once very slowly. So if you don't crit on that one hit, then you're dealing like so much less damage. Whereas with Yomi, you attack so fast and it's just about hitting like hard a couple times in that cycle, I think. Lone Singer says, I believe Ayaka can be a support because her burst decreases defense as well as... I didn't think about that. Yeah, it requires her to be on the field. Yeah, it's true. That's true. Yeah. I just think Ayaka is like... Honestly, Lone Syndicate, we were probably going to make a video about Ayaka when we're a little bit closer to like when shit's happening. If Ayaka stays the same, I don't think anybody needs... I think she doesn't need anybody. Like anybody. That's why when you say Ayaka, I'm like, dude, I don't even know. she could be, she's an independent woman, right? She's one of these where it's just like, fuck. Stay out the way. Maybe give her a shield. That's it. For those of you guys who do not know, Ayaka right now in the betas are fucking nuts. Yeah, she is incredibly high in terms of everything that she is. So yeah. I'm sure Sekedi is saying, where are men? Where are the men at? Skyward Herb gives you critical rate and damage. Also, Ayaka is waifu Virgil from DMs. Yeah. Waifu Virgil, love it. Oh, what's good? Pingin says, hey. Lotsiga says, Yomi scales the crit rate. Yeah. A quick like on this. Thank you so much. Penguin. Love you, buddy. Appreciate you immensely. Nanny says, oh, never mind. Inserts embarrassment here. No, it's all good, Nanny. I like that you're communicating again, because again, if you when you speak up when you don't know something, that bravery could also answer a question for someone who is less doesn't do that. So if you like for us answering the question to you, there could be another person in the chat that didn't know that Yomi scales with crit rate, which I was suspecting people did, and that's my mistake. In fact, probably should have made sure people knew Yomi scales with crit rate, because that's huge in terms of what we're talking about and why I thought Rosaria ain't the best pick. Although again, she is still very good. It's just I don't know if you need that much more crit rate with her, because I think she's going to be pretty easy to get crit rate. I think you're going to want to focus on crit damage and maybe some fire damage, but I don't know about the other things. Maybe you want crit damage more. I'm not sure, because that's where I'm wondering if like the free-to-play weapon is the best weapon. I know it's going to be like great, like almost S tier, I think, but maybe there's like the Blackcliff Polearm series or whatever it's called, the like buying it in the shop black kind of looking weapons, if those scale off critical damage. So I'm not sure if that will be best for her, because she's going to probably be able to melt like 6 or 7 enemies, and then that will just make it so that she can focus on a single target damage. It'll kind of patch the fact that she's very good at doing single target damage, but by killing one single target, she can kill the next single target faster because of the Blackcliff series of weapons that buffs her crit damage. That way you can go crit damage, and one more thing, you know? Penguin says it's P Ning. Win like the Anna. Oh, penguin. Oh, penguin. Okay, sorry. Okay, I was thinking. Got a penguin. Sorry about that. Yeah, penguin. Actually, thank you. Sorry about that. Sometimes people's names are like they're like Middle Eastern or something, and I'm like, I don't want to fuck this up. I don't want to fuck this up, so I'm gonna try to yeah. Lonzy says, yeah, Ayaka's video can't wait. All other DPS stand aside for the new waifu. Yeah, man, she looks crazy. Oh, my arm! I just fell off my armrest. Anyways, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna start. We're gonna decompress now. Okay. That's not how that works. I'm not in character or anything. All right, let's set the shop to end the video. All right, we're gonna do one of these. We're gonna back out a little bit. Ganyu, are you in frame? You have words on your face. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe we can. Nope. Maybe like this. Yeah, we'll have it like this. That's hella weird, but I like it. Looks very odd. Shincho is a happy boy. We're gonna frame this up a little bit better. Fucking, I hate that it's so sensitive. Like the photo mode. That is. Zoom in. Nope. Too much. God damn it. That work? Kind of works. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. That was us theory crafting about Yomi. Again, very, very excited for the character. Again, I think there's the thing is that there's a lot of characters that you can use that benefit. Again, Shincho. Honestly, what I was just doing was like pointing out some of the best characters in the game and just being like, yeah, she works. It works. Again, Shincho works to the Vaporize. Venti works because I think it patches the problem with it that she's gonna have, which is the fact that she isn't a Ganyu who does a shit ton of AoE damage or a shit ton of like blanketed damage. So having a character like Venti that can suck up enemies into the air and also just immobilize them, but also allow them to take more damage could be huge. Bennett can utilize any character who has range damage who can benefit from that. And again, Yomi is a range character, so she's going to be throwing swords from range and killing things, or she's going to be throwing. I'm thinking about everything at the end. So if you're using this team properly, you're going to use Bennett's ult, you're going to use Shincho, and then you're going to use Yomi's E, and then just start dealing damage. And then whenever Yomi has her ult, you pop out, use her ult, and then bang out, Venti's ult, so that he can basically, you just start doing a ton of damage, and your ult can be used, and can start passing enemy to enemy. And you can start doing charge attacks if you want to just give some additive damage, or you can switch to Venti, just because he's, well, probably not switch to Venti, you probably still want to play Yomi in this kind of situation, I think. Regardless, that's why my system of things work. Again, you may want to slot in a Zhongli, which for just some great like Millilith set bonus, as well as having a shield, as well as having a shit ton of health and all these benefits that Zhongli gives. You can also freeze an enemy, so if enemies are coming at you, you can do that. Again, other great examples that people were using, or people that I didn't even consider, was Mona. Mona can be fantastic. She can cause a taunt, which can pull enemies there, but she also wets them, so they're being dragged into her E, essentially. And if you have like official there or a Zhongli's pillars there, they're going to be taking damage from that. Activating the Millilith set, if you have them built that way, that can be huge. You can have Jean. Jean's a great example over there too. She can use great healing. She also is a good sub DPS, so if you do want to play Yomi as like kind of a use the character then cycle over to a new character, you can, although I don't think you need to play her that way, but you can. Also, if you have a Diluc, that can also be good too if you want to play Yomi as a kind of like a Hu Tao, like where you want to use a character and switch off. There's plenty of things that you can use, but ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Let me know in the comments down below if you've actually thought of anything different that we kind of missed. Although, again, one of the things I should also mention that there's a new character, Sayu, who I definitely think is going to be on her banner, and slots in very, very well with her as well. Kind of, to some extent, patching the, if you don't have a Venti, I think she could work really, really well. Especially considering one of the things about Sayu, if you don't know, is that her ult deals damage. I think it's like a little teddy bear that runs around and fucks shit up. So I think that could be utilized for her very, very well as well. But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Appreciate all the lovely people up topside being absolutely wonderful. I'm going to continue to stream, but I did just want to make a video with you guys because I thought this would be interesting, especially considering things I could miss. Again, I made a lot of these like team building things, and then the people in the comments were like, but wait! And I was like, damn it, I wish you came in before the thing. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. Also, if anyone did, support, like, or share this video. Much love, and also expect some Yomi videos once she comes out. Thank you kindly, and goodbye. And we're done. Back to the stream. What do we want to do? Let's go to the archipelago. I was sitting here like, okay, this is a long video to edit. So we're going to go. Everyone say goodbye. I love it. So sweet. Anyways, let's go. Also, real quick, Lone Syndicate, can I come to your world and buy some shit? Wait, do I have enough points? Do I have enough currency? Let me see. Hey, bud. Did I fuck up and not get enough currency to buy things? No, should have enough to buy a little bit. I think you need to buy like 3. So hopefully. Get that to here, back out. God, the menus are the worst. Anyways. But you guys were lovely. Thank you so much. Again, I didn't consider like different aspects of like character building. Like again, if you have a Diluc, that works. Especially if your Diluc's heavily built. You forgot to plug your OnlyFans grid. Fuck that. Ain't nobody looking at me. Okay, I want anyone look at me. Oh, also, you got fucking ammo's bow? Yeah, you're gonna be set for her as well. That's a good bow just to have for any archer. Especially considering, I think it also buffs your E, right? I don't know enough about these luxury weapons. Of course, come on in. Oh, perfect. Love it. Thank you. We got friends. Lone Syndicate, where are you? This. Do not do that. Nope, not that either. Where the hell am I going? We're going to this. Request to join Teapot. Penguin says sad. Why, Penguin? What happened? What do you mean? Everyone's saying bye, lovely. Also, Lone Syndicate says bye, you two people. You've been nothing shy of lovely. 2 videos to grin, right and left. Oh my God, fucking Lone Syndicate knows it too well. Well done, Lone Syndicate. That's A-grade YouTube shit there. Well done. I always forget how to do things in terms of like shout out things. Like a lot of people, like there's a lot of advantage to just like in the middle of the video being like, hey, by the way, if you're enjoying what you're watching, do whatever you want, and then just be done with it. But I always forget. I'm bad at that shit. Also, what is with the flowers? What are these flowers on the map? What is this? What is the flowers? Weird. Also, why can't we summon into this around Teapot? That's some bullshit. Also, where is this guy? He is to the right. Gotcha. Yeah, what's with the flowers? Sorry, yeah, not just flowers. Why can't we like put a checkpoint? That way, like when we're doing this, I can just teleport to Devat. I can teleport to my Serena Teapot and just be like, click, fire, and I'm there. I hate the idea that I have to go into my inventory, whip out this teapot, and fire it away. I know it's not that bad, but it feels that bad. Lynn says, you forgot the... Yep, I forgot that. Lynn says, in all seriousness, you could have maybe shortened, shouted out your Twitch. Maybe you did... No, I didn't. See, that's the thing, Lynn. Again, some people are like, I gotta shout out this, and that, and I'm just like, I'm trying to make video, trying to be helpful. All these like, I'm doing my best, Lynn. I'm like, I know you're not all coming for me either, Lynn. You're just trying to be helpful. But in my head, I'm like, that's a good point. I should be shilling out this other stuff as well, but in my head I'm like, if I forget, and then I conveniently do so. Also, Lone Syndicate says the flowers indicate that you can invite a companion. Oh, weird, interesting. I really hope they increase the load order, man, because I still can't really invest in my house at all, because yeah, I'm at my max load order. I could tear down some of the trees, but the trees look great, you know. Oh, my chest. Oh. Also, we'll keep that until my computer crashes, because it's like, there's too much! Too much going on! Also, come to my world, Azel. And Lone Syndicate. We'll sing Disney songs that we don't fully know the words to, and we'll we'll just kind of accept each other because we don't know that, and it's gonna be great. Also, we got a full team. Let's go! I'm just running around because I need shit. I just gotta do shit here. And if you guys need to do any domain, let me know. We'll go do it. Although, ladies and gentlemen, ooh shit. Ladies and gentlemen, never mind. Shit, damn it. I'm sorry, my friends. It is Father's Day today, and I am going to go hang out with my grandfather, as well as my dad, as well as our family, because it is Father's Day, and of course, I'm a big family man over here. But yes, we're going to leave at 8 or 5:30, and I would like my parents to have some run-up time and all these things. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, you've been nothing shy of absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, especially for helping me with the video. I appreciate that so much. I will show you the snow under the circle of life. Oh, that's perfect. Holy shit. There they come. Look at them. Majestic as ever. I don't like this angle on Shincho at all. Anyways, let's do one of these. No, so where is it? I learned this from Barbara. There it is. No, I needed to zoom in more. Damn it. Where is it? That'll work. Some of this. Some of this. Some of this. Nope. This. Alright, this. Nope, we're still a little transparent. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. You've been nothing shy of lovely. It is Father's Day, so I'm off to go hang out with my lovely people in my life that are fathers, etc. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. You've been nothing shy of lovely. Appreciate the video. I will edit this, and hopefully you'll see your lovely names and whatnot above head as we are discussing, frankly, a lot of things. Also, I really should have made this bigger. It's kind of a tight... Yikes, sorry about that. I'm the worst. But ladies and gentlemen, hopefully I can see you next Friday. We're going to be streaming on YouTube Genshin, and I will probably be doing an event, because at that point, probably getting into the latter half of 1.7. But of course, I'll be continuing to put videos out and all these things. Ooh, yikes. Also, the video coming out today may be a little delayed because I forgot to upload it. Sketchy. Regardless, there'll be a video today. I'll just have to quickly do it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. I hope you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. Subscribe buttons not over there, because this is not a video. What am I doing? Actually, I guess I could probably put an end card thing here. It's fine. Who cares? Ladies and gentlemen, you've been wonderful. Appreciate you immensely. I'm off to go hang out with some family. Thank you so much for helping me with the video and just being you. Never change, or even if you do, I'll accept you nevertheless. Thank you again, and goodbye.